it's Ace, and thank you for tuning into Ascension Avenue. The topic for today is going to be on energy vampires or low energy beings. I feel like we have a lot of those in today's society. And personally, I have to deal with a lot of energy vampires in my own life, so I'd like to share some ideas on how to stay calm when you're getting in conflict, or if somebody's being really unbalanced or ungrounded with you and just yelling and screaming while you're just sitting there like, what did I do, you know? So number one thing, if you're getting yelled at, or if somebody's yelling at you or being loud or rude, and you really feel like you haven't been a trigger or anything to cause that, don't talk back to the best of your ability. There's no point to respond to them. They are energy vampires. They want to soak out your energy, and every single word you give them, they feed off of it. Don't feed the vampires. It's like seeing an actual vampire and saying, here, you can suck the blood out of my arm. Don't say anything. Don't give them words back. Step 2 is, if you really, really cannot keep yourself calm and grounded while those people are yelling at you, take a deep breath and speak from, connect to your heart center. Connect to your heart space, and don't be a trigger. Don't go off of past memories you have with that person. Don't say things like, well, you did this and that. People are going to try and pick at you to break you down. They want to take energy from you. Don't give them energy. The thing is that they're afraid of love. They don't want love in those kind of situations. They're looking for the same vibration that they're at. If they're in an angry vibration, they're going to look for angry vibration. They're going to say things that might get you angry. But the best thing to do is to, the best of your ability, connect with your heart space, and don't let them poke at you or pick at you, or don't let the words they say get to you. Because overall, if somebody is willing to say negative things about you, they are not fully taking in the whole of your being. Like, they're not fully encapsulating who you really are. And that's something that I have with my experience. People can call me names and they can yell at me for no entire reason. Or they can yell at me because I'm being a trigger to emotions inside of them that they are unsettled with. But what I do is that I don't judge them. I just sit with what they have presented to me, and I take in the whole of their being. I've been there before. I've been in the experience or the place with being an energy vampire, and I've learned from it. I've grown out of it. It doesn't feel good inside of me to go and say negative things about other people. And even when people say negative things about me, I feel inclined to say something back, to tell them who I really am. But the thing is that if they're not at the same vibrational frequency as I am, they're never going to know who I am. Like I know the fullness of who they are, because I've expanded beyond the state that they are in. And even then, I may not know the fullness of who they are, but I've still been at the vibrational frequency that they have been at. So I feel like that's a very interesting thing as well. If you find yourself getting into an argument with one of these low energy beings or energy vampires, or even with yourself, and the energy vampire doesn't even have to be outside of you. It can be yourself. And a lot of the time when people are unsettled with who they are, and they want to blame their feelings about themselves and put it on other people, project their emotions on other people, because essentially we only project ourselves onto other people. If I wake up and I'm happy, like in an ecstatic mood, I'm going to project ecstasy or bliss onto other people, even if they are in a low energy mood. I'm still in a high energy mood. I'm still being positive, happy, and I've never seen anybody get more depressed when I'm in a blissful state of being. I see people get lifted up from where they are. When people are in a low state of being, they want to project their negativity onto people. They want to drag them down. They want to blame their emotions on the other people to make them feel bad for them. And self-pity doesn't get you anywhere. I don't want to say that in a mean way, but it's the truth. When you feel pity for yourself, it's not helping you grow. When you take responsibility over your actions and you learn from them and you say, well, maybe it's not this person that's annoying me. Maybe there's something deep inside of me that I feel annoyed by that I'm projecting onto you. For me, in my family, I'm a very healthy, picky eater. And I will talk to other family members about it. I'll talk to my grandmother. And there's an energy vampire in my family that gets angry at me for expressing who I am to my grandmother and giving people tips. An example of just energy vampires not understanding you is, for me, the energy that I was giving off is helpfulness. One of my family members was going to feed her child pizza. Instead, I offered, hey, why don't you give her some honey? Honey would be good. And she said, no, that's too much sugar. But if you look at pizza, it converts into sugars. The dough in the pizza will convert into sugar and enter your bloodstream. She didn't understand that. She got mad and angry. It wasn't because of me or anything that I have said. It's because she is projecting her anger onto me because of something she feels deep inside of her. So, when somebody is angry, don't inherently take responsibility over their anger. That is what an energy vampire wants you to feel, is anger with them. They want to bring you down. Always remember that. Great ways to stay grounded is to breathe. Make sure you don't eat stuff that'll stress you out. Make sure you don't put stuff into your mind that will get triggered when somebody says certain things. You can always reprogram your mind. Our minds are just basically giant computers. Not all of that. It's organic, more of an organic computer chip that you can reprogram and tinker around with. But for the most part, you have control over yourself. When you give up your control to other people, you become helpless. You become angry. A lot of what they show on television and in the media is people being helpless and angry, and that's not who we truly are in essence. In essence, we are truly infinite beings. We are truly vast beyond what we perceive. We are truly more than just our bodies, our age, our skin tone, what we like to eat, who we are, what we like to listen to, what we like to watch. We are more than that. And when people limit themselves and constrict themselves into boxes, they will become energy vampires. They need energy from other places because they don't understand the vastness of their true being. And I feel like it's a great thing to always connect to that. Always be grounded. And I'm sure there's a lot more on the topic of energy vampires, but that's what I have for now, and that's I'm going to sum it up and close this off. This was my first video, by the way. I hope you guys enjoy it. And thank you. Have a wonderful, blissful, ecstatic week, day, month, year. Time doesn't really exist. Have a great moment. Thank you. Bye.